If you can invest $2,000 a month, you're not looking to get rich quick. You're trying to build real wealth. And if you do this correctly, if you do it consistently and with discipline, that $2,000 a month is going to turn into millions of dollars in time. But most people will actually waste this opportunity. They overtrade, they chase the hype, they guess when it comes to an investment portfolio. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how I allocate $2,000 a month, which I do every single Monday morning. If I were building wealth from scratch, very simple, very structured, very repeatable on a weekly basis. So let's define first, what is the real objective? The goal is not exciting. When it comes to investing, we are not looking for a ton of excitement. The goal is not entertainment. We are not going to be chasing the next top stocks or even picking something that is very, very high risk. And the goal is not to find that next stock that is going to 100x that we're seeing in the portfolio. The goal of this, and really to build wealth, is the ownership of assets. That is what a lot of people really understand. When you start investing, when you start having ownership in companies, it is about having a productive asset that is going to grow in value, or it is going to pay you an income, which we're going to be looking at. When you start investing that $2,000 a month, you're looking and you're buying businesses, but you're also buying additional things such as cash flow. You're buying growth and you're buying time, which once you get older like I am, you will really understand the importance of time. And this is a long-term capital allocation plan. So we're going to build it exactly like a business. So pay attention. So if I'm investing that $2,000 a month, going to break it down systematically into a structure. First one, of course, is going to be the core growth. When we come to this, that is going to be $1,200 a month. Now, we talked about this when we did the $1 million video. Everyone said there's no way they're ever going to have $1 million. Super negative way to look at it. But overall, if you're investing $500, $1,000, even $2,000 a month, it is going to systematically be the same. When we look at core growth, we are thinking 60% or roughly $1,200 a month. This goes into the broad ETFs like we always talk about, looking at the VTI, looking at the VOO, definitely looking at the SPMO. There are a couple different ones depending on your risk tolerance. And the point of this, the point of having this core growth, really the foundation, really the fundamental, is simple, low cost, diversified. If you're looking to have exposure to the entire stock market, that is looking at the VTI. If you're just looking at buying the couple hundred companies like the S&P 500, you're looking at the VOO. And of course, if you're looking to buy the best stocks within the S&P 500, that is where that SPMO comes in. This is the compounding engine over decades. It is going to be really, really heavy lifting in this portfolio, and it is going to be a very big difference when it comes to the amount. There's no tinkering in here. There's no emotion. We are just consistently, and for me, like I said, every Monday morning, I am putting money into this portfolio. Now, step number 2 is going to be the dividend layer. This is going to be $500 a month. Now, when we start looking at this, again, we are building income producing assets. These are dividend ETFs. These are high quality companies. These are the cash flow generators. As it sits right now, this is a perfect one. When we look at something like the SCHD, there are a lot of variations. There are like the QQQI. There are a lot of different income drivers. And I really want to focus because we want to simplify this and we don't want to go too far out of the box. What I mean by that is when you start looking at income, you could look at like yield max funds that are just a crazy, crazy yield, but have a very high NAV erosion. You could even look at some income that is going ahead and doing options, that are doing covered calls, that are doing futures, that are doing leverage. There are a lot of things in here that can create dividends and create income in this section of the portfolio. But of course, the more risk you get, it's going to be kind of crazy because you want to make sure if you're taking a lot of risk, chances are it has a good upside, but it also has a tremendous downside when it comes to the portfolio. This really does two things in the portfolio. And the reason why we look at really the dividend builds psychological stability. Money is going to be generated from this. It's going to be reinvested in the portfolio. It is also going to create that reinvestment fuel that we see with an ETF like the SCHD. Income investors really keep it disciplined during downturns. So when the market does a pullback, these are usually not as affected as we see a 10, 20, 30% decline in all of those high value tech stocks. Something like the SCHD might be down 5 or 10% in comparison. So even when the price drops, the cash flow with these ETFs absolutely continue. So even if you see, the actual value of the ETF drops, the income generation portion will still remain in the portfolio. And then we look at the strategic or the opportunity in here. This is $300 a month of the portfolio. This is going to be focused on the tilt. We talk about the tilt. We talk about the satellite. It is the same. This is going to be growth. This is going to be your internationals. These could be REITs. These could be your sector ETFs. This could be something like the QQQM, could be something like the SMH. I have in my portfolio the GDE. There's a lot of different ones that you can actually look out up there, but you'll notice and at a very lower position within the portfolio, it is very controlled. Now, most investors will reverse this in the entirety. They're aiming for the stars. They're looking for the growth. 60, 70, 80% in some portfolios I see are completely speculation and completely going in here at a very, very high growth rate, thinking AI, thinking tech. If you allocate that much of the portfolio, the chances are you're going to have some up years, but there are also going to be some years that are just going to be absolutely devastating to a portfolio. When we start looking at, again, the speculation, 60, 70, 80% going into that high risk and essentially 10, 15, 20%, that is into the core, it's backwards. You have to have discipline first. Strategy is second. And again, we don't want to take too much risk. So when we start running this down, very simple math, $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. You can do this in a lot of different ways. These could be regular contributions into a brokerage account. This could be a 401k plan where you're getting a match, again, getting to that 2,000. You could make it a combination of your 401k, your IRA. Remember those tax advantage accounts, including brokerage accounts. If you invest in average an 8% return, which even for these portfolios is a little bit lower than we've actually seen over the last decade, 20 years, you're at 1.1 million, 25 years, you're at 1.9 million. That is not hype. That is the consistency of compounding. The key thing is not the timing in the market, like we say, which is strictly impossible. It is the duration of going in there. Now, of course, when it comes to investing, there are a couple very common traps that a lot of people really do fall for. If you're investing the $2,000, number one, consistently changing allocations, changing percentages. You pick the percentages, you come up with your plan, you know exactly how much risk you're willing to take, you stick to them, you rebalance once a year. Super simple when it comes to building portfolios. Another one that we have, number two, watching the daily market. This is a long-term system. When we think about investing, if you're investing that $2,000, we are not looking at what is the market doing this week, next week, 2 weeks, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. We measure the market in years, 3, 5, 7, 10 years. That is the way I want you to think about this portfolio, is when we start investing and when we start putting in that $24,000 a year, we might look at this and really allocate or even reallocate, not so much rebalance, but make sure that we're on the right path, make sure we still have the same investing goals in about 3 to 5 years when you make some adjustments. Short-term noise that we see in the media, very irrelevant when it comes to a portfolio. And the third one, trying to outperform every year. Your job trust me, the market is not going to win every year. You are going to have those down years. Your job is to stay invested for decades. And honestly, for me personally, this took a while, probably 10 or 15 years to really grasp, is anytime we have a really big market pullback, 5, 10, 15, 20%, if you are consistently putting money in with this strategy using dollar cost averaging, you are going to buy it when the market is high. You are also going to buy it when the market dips, when there's a pullback, anything like that. You are going to go ahead and you are going to buy it at a much cheaper price tag, which again, a lot of people don't realize, kind of backward thinking, where when the market's up, everyone's putting money in. When the market's down is usually when they cash out. Very, very counterintuitive. And the final one in here, as income rises, increase the contributions in here. If you're doing $2,000 or $24,000 a year, if you bump it to 25, if you bump it to 3, when your income rises, when you get a raise, when you get a bonus, don't really inflate the expenses that we see here. Wealth builders scale the investments first, putting a couple more percentage in there and making sure you know exactly how you are. So if you can invest that $2,000 per month consistently, you're ahead of over 90% of Americans as it sits right now. The difference between the wealthy and the average is not intelligence by any means. It is the discipline and the consistency, building the structure, automate it, ignoring the noise, let time do the work, because that is how I would invest $2,000 per month. And again, you can really facilitate this or adjust it If you got $1,000, if you got 500 bucks, if you got $100, you could even do it. So if you found any value in this, guys, definitely hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Next thing I'm going to break down in the next video is really shifting from growth to income. Most people do get this timing wrong. So I'll see you in the next one.